Good morning, everyone. The last video I did was about a week ago, and I haven't done one since, actually. I haven't done anything in my office since then. The last video I did was on loneliness, as that was kind of a feeling that I was going through at the time. And I had to take a step back from everything and kind of tune in with myself again. I had been, that disconnection that I was talking about was a disconnection that I was having within myself. So I stepped back and I spent quite a lot of time. I did a lot of gardening, landscaping, which is pretty much like drilling through bedrock at my property. It's very rocky, so kind of stiff and sore from that. So we did a lot of nature work, did a lot of hiking, and I got back up into the mountains, which really refueled my soul. I really needed that, and kind of did a lot of thinking and assessing. I did the morning thoughts for I think 3 or 4 weeks straight, which was a challenge I had given myself, was to do that, and it served me very well. But I think I'm going to let the morning thoughts consistency go. I'm still going to do thoughts, and I'm still going to do some videos here, but I'm no longer going to do them on a regular schedule, because I don't do schedules very well. Anybody that knows me knows I don't do schedules. Inconsistency is kind of my charm. I have to go with what I am instinctually needing to follow. So this last week has also been a very big challenge for me, as I felt a lot of emotions have come through me. And my husband and I were talking, and he was like, well, are they emotions of things that are coming up within you that you need to heal, or is it something? I said, no, it's something else. It's something different. And what I realized is that the earth is going through a lot of changes. Our society is actually going through a lot of changes right now. Obviously, we know this, right? And there are so many emotions around there. And what I was really feeling is these emotions would hit me, they'd vibrate through me really fast and then be gone. And they didn't land on anything. So we can pick up emotional vibrations from other people, and they land on, I think I've talked about this in the past, where our cells will tune into a memory that we have that confirms the emotion. So if we go around somebody who's full of anger, and we pick up that anger vibration, it'll find something in our memories to be angry about and to foster that emotion. So when I say that I was feeling emotions, but they weren't finding anything to anchor, that's exactly what it was. They weren't finding things in my memory banks, and my cells weren't tuning into anything that was causing those emotions or fostering those emotions. They would just blast through me and move on. And it was a very strange sensation. And they were intense. They were very, very intense feelings. Like when you get a feeling of fear and you start building the emotions to it, or you build loneliness, or you build sadness or anger or anything like that, these emotions build inside of you and they get stronger and stronger, and then your self-talk goes into it, and you build into this whole thing, and it becomes a process that takes over. That's not what was happening, but the intensity of it was still there. So the intensity of, when you build the drama to a story, it goes stronger and stronger and stronger, and you get to feeling more and more sad, and your emotions come over, that sensations run through your body, and you want to cry, you want to yell, you want to scream, whatever it is that you want to release, you just feel that impact of that building emotion. That's what I was feeling, is this wave would come over me, like sadness, for instance, would come over me and would just vibrate through all of me. It was like it just ripped through my entire soul all at once. And within a few minutes, it would be gone. But the intensity that I felt in those few minutes, I would just be in an overwhelmed feeling of wanting to cry and devastation, of sadness, that deep, deep sadness. And it would come on so quickly and then be gone. It was very, very strange. So I really tuned in to go like, hey, what's going on here, right? And what it actually is, and I think there's a few other people out there maybe feeling this in various degrees of it. We feel these waves of emotion. And what it is actually our consciousness is awakened. So anybody watching this video is going to have be part of the crowd that is expanding their consciousness. They're not part of the ones that are stuck in deep fear or anything like that. They're probably going to be the ones that are opening their consciousness. I have had a few deep fear people send me some messages and send me some fear-based responses. I had a few of those, but for the most part, anybody watching this video, you are on a conscious awakening path. Actually, we all are, all of humanity is, but you're one of the light workers that or the star seeds or something like that that you want to call yourself, that are out in the front leading this evolution of humanity. And so we have this broader perspective. We understand that we're part of the consciousness. We understand what we call it 5D consciousness. And we are embracing that and we're learning how to live that. But we're also living an earthly life. We are humans in a human, like we are spiritual beings having a human life. We are having a human experience. And therefore we are still feeling our humanness. So these emotions that are watching over us is exactly that. It's the shadows coming up that are passing through, and we are still just feeling. So how do we deal with them? The best advice I have that was given to me by my spirit guides and was directed to me was that to deal with these emotions as they come up, don't, at this particular time especially, be the observer. Maintain that higher perspective of observing our human experience. We feel them. Don't be afraid to feel it. It's just a vibration that's coming through us. Observe if there's any messages that it brings to you. Be observant of it, but don't be sucked into a drama with it. Okay? Don't go into a drama. Remember, whenever there's judgment, whenever there's drama, we go, oh, wait a minute, time to step back, because that's a sign that we're being sucked into a lower vibration. It's when we see judgment and when we feel drama. That's pulling us into a lower vibration. It's not where we want our consciousness to be. It's not where we thrive. And we want to thrive as humans. That's what we're designed to do, is thrive and have these fantastic lives, right? So when you're feeling these emotions, observe them, receive the messages, receive whatever, have their experience in the moment that they are, but keep that higher consciousness that they are not who you are. They are simply a human experience that you're having in a physical world. In a lot of people like to say 3D. Okay, it's a 3D experience. It's a 4D experience. It's part of the awakening. It's part of that conscious expansion. We do need to acknowledge that we are still human beings. We are not escaping spiritual. If you are a spiritual minded person, if you are somebody of a higher consciousness, and you are still holding on to this concept that you are going to escape your human life through your spirituality, it's called spiritual escapism. You need to let it go, because that's a whole nother issue that you need to dive into. It's just telling you that you need something to heal because you are struggling in being your human. And we are human. We are having an experience. Your soul decided to come here and have this experience. So have it. All right. In the scope of time as to what a soul's experience is, a soul's experience is infinite. And this is just a tiny little moment that you're experiencing now, but it's also one of the most spectacular moments that a soul can experience, is the transition that Earth is going through right now. So don't be afraid to have the experience. Be aware, though, of being sucked into the fear base, right? Because what we're doing is our conscious awareness, as we open up to a bigger awareness of who we are, how connected we are, how amazing this earth can actually be. Like, we have the power to create heaven right here on earth. That is what we're about. We're creating heaven right here. That is what our intention needs to be. And as we are going through that, the entire human existence, that entire third dimensional physical reality that we call, it is capable of moving into this hedonistic, beautiful, harmonious symmetry of life where we are thriving. We are having an experience for the sake of thriving and having the experience. We need to let go of the fear and the struggle and the weight of everything. And that is what is happening right now. We are transitioning. We are not escaping our human. We are not escaping the third dimension. All right. We are transitioning the experience of the third dimension. We are broadening it into an experience of thriving, right? Changing our mindsets from what I have to do to what I want to do. That's where we're going. And when I look at the world in every single direction, whether it's the politics of what's happening right now, whether it is the medical advances, the technology that's going on right now, the trends of what is happening in our society, all of it is pointing in this direction. We are moving from should do, have to, must do, fear-based and struggle and suppression and slavery into a human existence in a physical world that is about thriving. What do I want to do? Everything is my playground. So how do I want to experience it? That is where we are moving, and that is the consciousness that we want to embody. And as the spiritual, as the forefront of this movement, okay, this forefront, we are the first wave of people moving into this consciousness of living in human existence. We are clearing up these shadow energies that are telling us where the enslavement has been. We're clearing all those up. We still feel them. We're still very much aware of what is going on. This is not about ignoring what is happening. This is not about pretending it's not happening. Okay, we still see it. We still observe it. We still are playing whatever role we are in. So, and all of us are playing different roles in this transition. And whatever role you are playing in is the perfect role for you and the experience that your soul has chosen to have at this time. Feel it, embody it, be in the moment and the experience of it, with the awareness that you are so much more than the experience you are having. And that the experience you are having is part of this joyful expansion of change that we are going through, and you're playing your role in it. So even if you are in the heart of a community that is seeing the catastrophes, the whether it be the death of people that are passing out of this world, and the heartache of them leaving us in our physical forms, of them leaving us, whether you're involved with that transition that's going on in quite a large number right now, or whether you're part of those that are the people who are unseen right now, that are the true victims of what's going on, whether you're working with them and helping them move out of the victim and enslavement of our lives and into the joy and embracing and thriving of our potential, wherever you are, or whether you're being sent at home, if you're one of the ones that are lucky enough to be at home and you're okay, right? In every way you're okay. Your finances are stable. You're not. You're still feeding yourself. You're taking care of your family. You're actually living in a joyful moment. That is your blessing of where to be in this entire. You're still playing an extremely valuable role. Continue doing it. Be thankful for where you are and what you are in this role of this transition, and be in the moment of it. Observe it. Experience it. Feel where you are, but keeping that higher consciousness that you are more than your human experience. Have the human experience, but you are more than just that. You have chosen, the more of you, the you that is so much more, has chosen to come have this experience at this time. All right? So transferring through it. I think I started with the emotions and the loneliness, and I don't even remember when I started, but anyhow, that is my message for today. I think I'm going to wrap this up. Be in whatever experience you are having. Be present in that experience. Understand that you are a larger consciousness having this human experience. You have chosen to have this experience. Bless you for the role that you are playing in this transition of humanity. Remember that we are moving into a very human world of thriving. All right? Of just keep remembering we are moving into an awareness at our human level that is just it is going to be heaven here on earth. And bless you for being here and doing this and doing the work that is taking place in humanity right now. Bless you all. Love you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back. I'll keep doing these videos. I'm just not going to do the regular morning thoughts anymore. So they're worth going back and reviewing if any of you want to check out some of the different themes that I got, but I am still going to come forward. Thank you.